All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The following bout is presented by Two Patties, the World Super Series official EU betting partner. It is scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds of Muay Thai in the bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, weighing in at 55.4 kilograms, holding a record of 4 wins versus 3 defeats. Representing Fight Zone from London, UK, by way of Italy, this is Carlotta, Chihuahua Monster, Vaccarri! And her opponent, fighting out of the black corner, weighing in 55.5 kilograms, holding a record of 8 wins and 3 defeats. Representing Warriors Gym from Dublin, Ireland, this is Usher! And now for referee instructions.
Fantastic support there for Emma Usher in this contest against the very dangerous, the always dangerous Carlotta Vaccarri. Warriors Gym is one of those gyms that's getting a real reputation for international Muay Thai superstars.
I mean, Emma very much at the forefront of that, has fought all over the world in, you know, you name a promotion, she's probably fought at it everywhere, from Raw to Siam Warriors Super Series. She's fought at RWS. She is an absolute renaissance man, or woman.
Starting off with the right kicks from Usher.
Nice kicks to start so far from Usher.
Yeah, she looks extremely composed in that orthodox stance. We've got orthodox against southpaw.
Vaccarri has competed in K1 as well, but definitely feels that Muay Thai is her home, and back in that rule set tonight. Much more measured start from what we've seen so far today, but
definitely, and I think the right kick from Usher. You can see the way she's timing it really nice. Every time Vaccarri steps in, good uppercut and left hook combination from Vaccarri. But Usher's just doing that really annoying teep to the front leg of Vaccarri. And good work with the right kick. Left kick lands for Vaccarri.
Yeah, as you say, that teep to the front leg really throws you off your rhythm and just absolutely nullifies anything you're trying to throw, but Vaccarri almost lands a nice head kick there.
You're completely right, a very measured approach. Right hand lands for Vaccarri as well. Left hook, long left hook from Usher.
Yeah, Usher seems to have quite a bit of a reach advantage with the longer limbs there, and she's making the most of it with these teeps and these high kicks.
And she partially lands a right high kick of her own. She's just touching that lead leg, which really disrupts the rhythm. When Vaccarri's trying to get into a nice rhythm of her own, Usher just stopping it in place with a jab, but good low kick from Vaccarri.
I feel like the low kicks could be a big key to victory for Vaccarri, to be able to nullify that movement of Usher, because at the minute Usher is able to just land at will, and because of that reach advantage in both the hands and the legs, she's able to throw them from outside of Vaccarri's range, and Vaccarri just not able to throw back, but doing a good job of being forward pressure heavy.
Yeah, and in the boxing exchanges, both fighters are landing at this point. Good left hook and a right kick from Usher. Like you said, Vaccarri's putting that pressure on. We know that she's a danger. We know that she always looks for the finish. And you can see that Usher's just being really considerate of the range at this stage of the fight. Showing that experience of being on all these global promotions. Good left hand, good left kick return from Vaccarri. Gets a smile on the face of Usher. Great hands there from Usher. Right hand and then pulls out the way to avoid the counter. Right hook lands from Usher. We've spoken about matchmaking, and I'm sure we will again this evening, but how competitive these bouts are is a testament to the matchmakers. They really know what they're looking for to put on good fights. And in that round, I'd say Emma Usher probably got the better of the exchanges overall, but Vaccarri seemed to be inching that bit closer
were definitely moments, specifically in the boxing, where Vaccarri was having a lot of success and was able to put together 4, 5, 6 punch combinations that were just throwing Emma off a little bit. But Emma, for the most part, able to just use her range to just keep Vaccarri at bay.
As we see the tricolours of Ireland draped over the corner of Emma Usher, Irish Muay Thai absolutely flying at the moment. If you even try and name all the fighters fighting on the biggest promotions in the world from Ireland, it will take you a while. As I mentioned before, Tom Keogh, a stablemate of Emma Usher's, under the tutelage of Cian Cowley, who's really building something special at Warriors Gym over in Dublin. I've been told that I'm invited over there when he returns, so, you know, I might make the trip.
Lovely part of the world, and as you say, very much at the forefront of what is seemingly like a bit of a Muay Thai revolution these days. It's really coming into its own, especially around Europe.
I won't be sparring when I go over there, if I can just make that clear on the record. Emma Usher and the very dangerous Carlotta Vaccarri opening up in this second round. Good teep by Usher. That right hook has landed a few times now from Emma Usher, but every time she lands her hands, Vaccarri returns with some shots that land of her own.
And we mentioned it earlier in reference to the opponent of Alfie Pearce tonight in Tristan Masobrio, is that when you are considered a heavy underdog, you really don't have anything to lose, and there is no reason to not just put it all on the line and go out there and just go hell-bent for leather, and we're seeing that from Vaccarri in some of these exchanges.
And if you just watch Emma Usher, she loves that long right hook, where she's landing sort of on the ear of Vaccarri, but every time she throws it, Vaccarri fires back instantly. So let's see how that develops as this fight goes on. Both fights exchanging kicks.
So that was a really nice little bit from Vaccarri just there, where she just used her foot to sweep the leg a little bit of Emma Usher and square her up, and then she landed a nice kick to the body.
You can really see how measured both of these fighters are. Left hook, right kick from Usher. Vaccarri returns fire with a left kick of her own. They're both extremely measured in their approaches. Nothing's wild. They're fairly efficient with everything they're throwing. There's not much meat on the punches. They're precise, methodical, and they're just trying to steadily take over each round. But, as I said, every time Usher lands, Vaccarri throws back.
And where they're spending a lot of the fight in opposite stances, the danger of one of them landing a head kick is always so much more prevalent. And we've seen Emma go for it a few times. And again, like you said, not putting everything behind it, but when you land it precise and with perfect timing, we saw it in the last fight with Liam Cunningham. You don't have to throw it with all your power to put someone to sleep.
Absolutely, and we're seeing some work in the clinch now between these two. Right knees, left knees exchanged from these two. But just before this clinch situation, Emma Usher was doing some nice work to the body of Vaccarri. And I'd like to see a bit more of that from her, because at the moment, the exchanges upstairs are a bit too 50-50 for her liking. She attempts a left hook to the body there. Right kick misses. Good left kick from Vaccarri.
Emma having a little bit more of a hard time in this round implementing the kicks in the way that she was in round one, and whether that's down to her game plan or just Carlotta getting the timing and getting the reads on them, it's unsure. Nice work in the clinch there in the corner of Vaccarri.
Yeah, Vaccarri just landed a really nice knee and then attempted an elbow. I think it just brushed off Emma Usher. But a better
fairly similar records. 8-3 for Usher, 4-3 for Vaccarri, but as I mentioned earlier, a good bit of K1 experience as well, which does balance that out. Nice kick to the body to start round 3 for Emma. Oh, as you said again earlier on, Emma going back to the well with that really long-range hook, just sneaking around the guard of Vaccarri.
That's an example of using your range to the best of your ability. The long hooks. Hooks can be more powerful when you shorten them up a little bit, use a bit more torque, a bit less arm. But Emma Usher is using her reach advantage. Long right hooks, long left hook that we just saw there, and it's finding the target. And also, it's not giving her opponent the distance to really counter effectively. Good low kick there from Vaccarri.
Vaccarri entering the matrix with that.
Countering off the jab. Vaccarri loves to counter off the hands of Usher.
Vaccarri having a bit more success in this round, especially with the boxing.
Usher walking forward, blocking the spinning attack. Left hook and a kick, and then blocking the counter. Really good work from Emma Usher in our corner here.
You can see Emma is she's darting in and out. She doesn't want to stay in Vaccarri's range. She'll come in, land some shots, and immediately slide back into her own range. Strong clinch work from Vaccarri there.
Yeah.
Didn't land too much, landed one knee at the end there, but...
No, Usher really planting her feet there, refusing to be moved by Vaccarri, but Vaccarri looks strong in those positions. You can understand why Usher, as she lands another solid left hook, is on her toes. She's moving really well. Left kick lands across the arms of Vaccarri.
This is where Vaccarri wants to get that fight. She's got to start backing Emma up and getting into that space, getting within her own range, and not just allowing Emma to sit on the outside and pick her apart.
Now, and that left hook landed again from Usher. One thing about Vaccarri's punch combinations is I'd like to see a bit more distribution as to where she's throwing it. Some shots to the body, then upstairs. These left hooks are not missing from Emma Usher. She's so precise with them, so long. But she needs to be careful when she closes the distance like that, because Vaccarri likes an uppercut, clearly.
And so far, after 3 rounds, Vaccarri doesn't really have an answer for that left hook yet, but still 2 rounds to go after this one. Going to be interesting to see if her corner will be telling her to keep an eye out for that, because it is landing every time. Nice elbow over the top.
Yeah, and she was countering it early on when it was a shorter weapon, but now that she's really using a full arm, Emma Usher in those hooks. Vaccarri's Usher goes to that spearing elbow, then a chopping elbow, then a spinning attack, misses.
Yeah, Vaccarri saw the spin coming, was able to use that teep to the leg to just keep and the only thing you feel is pain.
Emma Usher against Carlotta Vaccarri on the main card of this fantastic WSS inaugural show.
That was some nice boxing from Vaccarri, and again, that's what she's got to do. Every time she's got Emma on the back foot, she's got to start going to these boxing combinations.
Yeah, there's a really sneaky left knee landed from Emma Usher in that exchange. Seems to back up Vaccarri temporarily.
See her going for that uppercut again, which she has landed a good few times in this fight. Emma wise to it this time.
Every time it gets close, Vaccarri's doing really well with her hands, which is why we're seeing Usher using the range and her longer limbs to really opt for these longer range weapons. That long left hook, we've spoken about that so many times just because she's thrown it so many times.
Vaccarri's actually doing a very good job of using her boxing. Whenever Emma's coming in, she'll throw a few punches just to get out of the way to stop Emma from coming forward. Throws a teep there instead. Wardrobe malfunction.
You mentioned a kickboxing background for Vaccarri, and I think you can see the way in which she puts her hands together, finishing on those kicks. You see it all the time in kickboxing, but the balance of Emma Usher is really impressing me this evening.
Absolutely. Well, it's one of those big differences between K1 and between Muay Thai is Muay Thai doesn't value the boxing as high as K1, which quite often when you do have a K1 background fighter in a Muay Thai fight, they're going to have that boxing advantage, but Emma handling it very well so far.
Yeah, it's every time she's throwing a kick and she's balancing on that standing leg. A bit of blood coming out of the nose of Emma Usher. So the hands of Vaccarri are getting through. We can see that good uppercut.
That was a beautiful uppercut there.
And avoids the spinning attack from Vaccarri. She's not landed a spinning attack yet. But I think when you're against a ranger opponent, you've got to do what it takes to close the distance.
Vaccarri trying to catch her with something a little bit off guard that she's not expecting, but so far Emma's just seen it coming every time, and Emma lands a lovely kick to the body on the inside there.
Yeah, solid right kick and avoids the elbow counter from Vaccarri. It takes a short elbow of her own, but these short-range weapons, they're not working for Usher, they're working better for Vaccarri. Good check on the kick by Usher. I'm really impressed by the movement and balance of Emma Usher, I do have to say. Extremely impressive.
Well, we did say Vaccarri does tend to come on later on in the fight, and we are seeing that she's having a lot more success than she was, say, in having round one. Some nice teep she's landed there. Eats a nice left hand from Usher.
Great combination. Body kick, then head. Fantastic work from Usher. You're completely right as this round draws to an end. Vaccarri's doing so many things really well. Really nice boxing combinations, landing kicks of her own. We've spoken about the uppercut. But Usher just seems to be doing more, landing more shots, landing more of a variety of shots, and using the range really well.
Yeah, it has been a very close fight, but I think it's fair to say that Emma is in the driving seat coming into the final round, and Vaccarri, maybe with a little bit more to do, is going to need to just empty the tank in this last round and just try and hurt Emma. And even if she's not able to get her out of there, getting an 8 count or even a knockdown could be an absolute momentum swinger.
And we've got so many incredible fights this evening. I'm just taking a look at this list, and it really does go on. So much name value here. Tyler Hogan against Theodoras Gulas coming up next. I've seen Tyler Hogan before, long range, he loves the high kicks. That could be a prominent feature in this one, but Gulas is extremely dangerous as well. I can see this being a bit of a technical chess match with some very, very dangerous fighters involved.
And we've talked about the emergence of Muay Thai in Europe, and that is no more obvious than in the areas of Greece and Cyprus. I mean, a lot of fighters coming out of that area right now. We've obviously got Nicholas Christou later as well out of Cyprus. It's just an emerging scene, lots of really dangerous people coming out of there, and Tyler will be the more well-known to this crowd, but that is not to say that Gulas can't come out here and be a party pooper.
Definitely, as we head into the 5th and final round of this really engaging contest between Emma Usher and Carlotta Vaccarri. How are you scoring it at home, whether you're watching on Triller, whether you're watching on YouTube, wherever you're watching, WSS, our own streaming platform, let us know how you're scoring this so far. Emma Usher's balance and range control has been really impressive, putting these combinations together well. Right knee on the exit of that combination, but the hands of Vaccarri are always dangerous. And as Bobby told you earlier, she grows into the fights and is more dangerous as it goes on. The right kick of Emma Usher has been a feature throughout this fight.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Emma Usher really turning it up in the 5th round when she maybe doesn't really need to. She's, I would say, comfortably ahead in the fight, but as any good fighter knows not to do is rest on your laurels, and she is still fighting like it's round 1.
Yeah, and I think as well, the fact that she was, according to the fans, and again, they may have been majority Irish, but 82% favourite. You do want to put on a show, you want to make a statement out there.
Absolutely, you want to justify that level of fan confidence in you.
Left hook again from Emma Usher.
We're seeing more aggression from Vaccarri, but got to see her go back to that boxing. We've seen her, there we go, nice left hook there. We've seen her bloody the nose of Usher already from those boxing exchanges.
That was a solid jab from Emma Usher there, but Vaccarri has her in the corner here. She does need to unload if she believes she's behind on the scorecards. She needs to do something to get the judges' attention in this 5th and final round. Good block on the kicks there from Vaccarri. I just think the long-range weapons from Vaccarri haven't been working in this fight. The kicks. Usher's been able to get out of the way, just slide out of the way and avoid them. Spinning attack blocked there. Good left knee from Emma Usher.
Again, we see her go to the well with the spinning attacks again, and she's not really been able to get them going. Emma's been wise to it every time, or she's been just out of range, and that is obviously something you're always going to be fighting against when you are on a height and reach disadvantage. But Vaccarri doing a good job trying to get on the inside. She's just not unloading enough when she gets there, and we see her again go for the spinning attack, where she may have been better going off for just some more clinch work, some more knees, going back to that boxing. We did say it doesn't score as high, but that doesn't mean to say because it doesn't score that a big punch is not going to win you a fight.
Completely, as a good short left hook lands from Emma Usher and a right kick. We speak about the boxing, but the amount of kicks Emma Usher has thrown, both left kick and right kick, to the arms and body of Vaccarri. I'm not surprised that her volume has slowed down in this 5th and final round as that fight comes to an end. A really enjoyable contest between these two.
Very much so. Saw Vaccarri go through a spinning crescent kick there at the end. That was a really cool way to end the fight. And I think, safe to say, I would imagine this is going to go the way of Emma Usher, but a great way for Vaccarri to establish herself.
I think so. You'd want to see both of these fighters again and see them again soon, because it was a great display of Muay Thai. Very technical. Both of them showed great composure. Vaccarri did slow down in that 5th round, but also Usher turned it up in that 5th round.
It was a solid mix of those two. Usher really came out guns blazing at the start of that round, and that might have been something that potentially Vaccarri wasn't expecting. And we will get the judges' scorecards in just a moment. MC Chad Fishburne entering the ring. We will throw it over to him in just a moment to make this fight official.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for both of these amazing athletes, please. That's what you can expect from WSS Muay Thai. After 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards, and all 3 judges scored the same. Your winner, by way of unanimous decision, fighting out of the black corner, Emma
Usher gets the decision. A really impressive performance.